My aunt took me to this one dealership to look at cars, used cars of course, and she picked out this 1901 Toyota Camry. It didn't even have no fucking tape player in it, yo. Yo, what's up YouTube, man? I'll let you in on a little bit of a secret of mine. It's not something like juicy, no details that you like can use against me, but it's just something I never really talk about to people that, like, you know how you have friends and then you have your friend's friends, the friend of your friend? Well, my friends probably know this, but outside of that circle, there's probably not many that know this. My first car was a Saturn SC2 with the flip lights, 2-door, manual, stick shift, and it was the color of Barney. It was plum. When I lived in New Jersey, my aunt let me drive her Land Rover as like just to be mobile. I used to like drop her off at the train station in the morning or whatever. I used to go get her some coffee in the morning, and then after that we would go pack up her stuff, get in the truck, and we'd go down to the train station where I dropped her off, and I'd have that for the rest of the day. I was only working like one job by that time, maybe just the grocery store or UPS, wherever it was. Yeah, UPS. So I would use that to get to work, run errands, pick up my cousins, drop my cousins off, do this, do that. So I was cruising. Like, people thought I just was the new guy in town who had money or something, because I had my jewelry that I had worn, that I was so hip hop with in Vegas, my big chain, my earrings, and whatever watch I was sporting. But I just had a Range Rover, like, you know. But anyways, I went and started looking for cars when she told me to. The first car I found was a Volkswagen Jetta 2-door. It was like 13 grand. I was like, ain't no way. But I was like, I remember I went home and was like, can I borrow $13,000? They were like, for what? And that didn't work, so I never got that. I remember I found some other cars. It was this cool Ford Probe. I was like, oh, I saw this car. Let me go look at it. So I remember parking the truck, jumped out, looked at it. I was like, wow, it's only like $5,000. Then I walked around to the passenger side, and that shit was all dented up. Like, they drifted and crashed into a wall, and then while they were going home, they got sideswiped by a car. Bam! Then when they was backing in, before they started backing in, the intersection before they saw it, was like, oh, apart. They passed the intersection, another car hit them in the back, like, bam! Like, that right side was just fucked up. I was like, no! Then I found this cool Ford Mustang 5.0. I don't know the year, but it was the older ones, convertibles. I don't fucking know what year it was. It was more boxy. Maybe like second gen. I don't know. I like the 90s. I like the 90s Mustang and up. But anyways, it was a fucking rag top. The dude that owned it did upholstery, so he had brand new inside, brand new rag top that he did. It was like a custom job, but he was trying to get rid of it. And it was just a bit too much for my budget. It's like 8 grand or something like that. So yeah, and then my aunt took me to this one dealership to look at cars, used cars of course, and she picked out this 1901 Toyota Camry that was rust brown with no rust on it. Oh my god, it was horrible. It was stick shift, so I was like, I don't know how to drive that. And it didn't matter because I would have figured it out or learned, but I wasn't trying to get that car. My cousin looked at me like, it didn't even have no fucking tape player in it, yo. It was a straight radio. It didn't have an 8-track or nothing. Just the radio. I was like, ain't no way. The upholstery was horrible. It didn't stink. I don't remember it stinking, but yo, no. She was trying to make my pussy rating be a negative 550 out of a 1 to 10 scale. Man! But I guess she used to own Toyotas or something because she knows them to be dependable, which most people know Toyotas to be. So that's probably what her main focus was. Like, it's cheap. It's probably like $700. And it'll probably start every time you put the key in it. It might take a while for it to heat up or cool down in the summertime, but it'll work. That's probably what she was thinking, so that's cool on her behalf. Like, she wasn't trying to be a butt about it. She was probably trying to look out for me, but then one day I'm just cruising around. I used to like to get lost, which meant just drive around until I felt unsafe getting back. And then I would turn around and make my turns until I found my way home. That's what get lost was. It didn't mean I didn't get like scared of the neighborhoods. I got scared that I was too far from home. Like, oh shit, man. I left at 8 a.m. It's 1 p.m. let me get something to eat. Stop at McDonald's, start heading back the way I thought I came from until I found my way home. Bam, bam, bam. As you see, I'm safe, so I must have been good. But yeah, one day I was doing that, getting lost, and it was snowing. I remember it was like snow out. It was right before it starts melting, when it's just like on the ground, but it's out the way, snow, but no more falling. And I came across this shady looking, it was almost like a junkyard in the back. It had a trailer like where the dude would have stayed. It wasn't fenced, but it was a gas station area with the shops. I'm thinking they just had their own little yard where they could pick parts. But there was a car up front near the street in the parking lot that was off center of the pumps and access to the store. There's a little gas station. Like you walk in, there's a candy bar stack, the soda pop machines, and the cash register. And then a door for them to go to the bathroom, to the shop, whatever. I was like, the car's for sale, get some information, blah, blah, blah. My aunt must have liked the price it was. She was like, oh, let me look at that one. So she must have liked the price because we eventually went back. I took her with me to go look at the car. It's just me and her, and she was talking to the dude at the gas station who must have been the owner or the friend of the owner. And they were talking about how to do it. They wanted a cashier's check, blah, 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 this, that. So my aunt got it. We went back again one day, we went back. We had the check. She was like, the title, something about sign the back with him signing the back, something like that. It was mine, man. She drove it because I didn't know how to drive stick shift, and I drove the truck back, and I'm like looking in the mirror like, oh shit, that's me. She looked weird in it because it was like all tiny. Because you know how Saturns ain't that big. And I'm up in the truck like looking in the mirror like at an angle so I can look down. It's like, here's the mirror, I have to look in it. And then you gotta look at the reflection down because it's behind me, under me. But it was alright, man. It sat in the driveway, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks, maybe a month. And eventually I just jumped in and learned how to drive stick shift, man. I was like, you know what, I play Need for Speed all the time. I know that you gotta shift when the engine's like or whatnot. This car actually had a shift indicator. It had a little green arrow. So it would go, ding, the light would come on, you knew the shift. Now I was a granny shifter. It's 2016 that I'm doing this video, and I had that car in 2003. And I'm just now learning about double clutching. I mean, I didn't have no friends that drove. Not anybody out there that I was friends with, besides a few people had their own car, but they were manual, so there's no way they was teaching me how to drive a stick or helping out any pointers. But it's okay. I only busted like 2 or 3 transmissions. I remember one of the last times that we got the transmission fixed, the guy took the mechanic or whoever did the transmission, fixed it, rebuilt it, whatever he did. To mine, he's like, looks like he's been dragging it, like drag racing it, like drop the clutch, that kind of racing it. Whatever, I did a couple times. Actually raced the Toyota Celica, second generation. He had a wide body kit, but no spacers, so his wheels were like in it. I remember we took off from the light. He got in front of me. He was cruising. I was like, man, I had my cousin Corey in the car with me. What up, Corey? He started slowing down before he even got to the light, which was green. I thought we were still going, so I just kept gunning that bitch. Hit that gear. I zoomed past him. I don't know if he hit his brakes to slow down or just started cruising. He had to hit his brakes because he was going slow. I went past him doing a difference of like 45. I was like, so he passed that light, and the next light was red. He came up right beside me. He was like, him and his homeboy in the car like, yeet. Man, what you got in there? And I was like, shit, nothing. Like, he meant like, what kind of stuff did I have done to the engine? I had nothing to stop. All I know is the guy that sold it to us was like, man, you guys are lucky. Like, when we picked it up, somebody came and was like, man, I'll pay you cash right now for it. So there must be something about those cars. Maybe it's just the way they suck air in. I have no idea. But there was something in that engine that somebody wanted. Anyways, this guy at the grocery store had the same color car as me, plum like Brownie. Not like Brownie. It was plum like Barney. He had the same color car, and he's like, man, we should start a car crew. He had the 4-door version. And I was like, that's going to be an ugly-ass car crew. Anyways, he wasn't really doing much that I noticed. He was working in the grocery store just like me. I don't know his personal life. We didn't hang or nothing, but it was just like weird. Maybe he went to church, and that's where he saw me before. Whatever. Didn't start a car club. Didn't think about it. I saw one out there. This dude was driving around this old Eclipse. Mitsubishi Eclipse, maybe first gen. He had the pipe, cool wheels on it, whatever. I used to try to race him, but he didn't race me. He just probably looked at me like I was a fool. But it's whatever. That was my first car. Saturn SC2. Plum like Barney with the flip lights. I used to talk shit about Saturns until I got one. You know, it was just the coolest thing in the world. But it was probably because it was my car and I had one. So I'm that type of guy, man. Whenever I roll in, I show pride, man. So shout out to GM and Saturn for that. That was my first car. What was your first car? Let me know in the comments. Tell me the make, model, color, year. Did you have any modifications on it? That was my first car. Hit me up. Let me know what your first car was. Talk to you later. Soup.tv. Maybe you should subscribe. You'll be able to see where I go next.